Yes, Mr. Ashwin.
Yes, sir.
Tell something about you.
So first of all, thank you for giving this opportunity to introduce about myself, sir. My name is Ashwin Venkat. I am from Gobichittipalayam, a municipality in Erode district. I am coming from a family of 4 members. My father, who is working as a block development officer, and my mother is a housewife, and myself, and I have a younger brother who is studying in Tyagaraja College of Engineering in the field of computer science. And regarding my academic details, I have completed my bachelor's degree in Tyagaraja College of Engineering in the field of civil engineering, and I completed my master's in Anna University, Chennai in the specialization of construction engineering and management. And my hobbies are I read books and I play chess and I also play piano.
Yes, Mr. Biswas, you are a postgraduate.
Yes, sir.
Are you not feeling that it is a higher qualification for this post?
I agree with you, sir. This is a higher qualification for this post, but I think that whatever I have studied in my postgraduate and in my undergraduate also, I believe nothing is going to be a waste anywhere. So once I get into the job, whatever is needed, for instance, the job is going to involve giving out loans, or I have studied subjects like
extending loans and advances, how your qualification is useful? You are civil engineer in the UG.
Yes, sir.
And in PG, construction stability.
Yes, sir.
In what way your qualification and your experience useful to the bank? Okay, what is loose soil?
What is?
Loose soil, alluvial soil.
Alluvial soil is something which is...
Okay, you are a branch manager of RRB.
Okay, sir.
One agriculturist is coming. I want to construct a godown.
Okay, sir.
The soil is a loose soil, alluvial soil.
Okay, sir.
What is yours?
The first thing which I would do is that so as a...
How you will ascertain construction of this godown can be a constructive one in this soil?
So, constructing a building in a certain place involves a lot of factors.
Yes.
But you have said that there is a lowest soil in that place. Lowest soil is something which have an expansive property and it has an organic content. So, over the time it is going to degrade. The first thing I would do is that analyze the current situation and take the soil sample after digging excavating a certain depth, and then I will analyze what type of foundation would be sufficient for that structure to withstand. Then I would make a feasibility study. If I will see if there is any alternatives near that particular site, if there is alternative type of soil available for such construction to be constructed. And after doing...
Okay, a person is coming stating that I want to purchase this house.
Okay, sir.
You are a bank manager or you are a bank specialist officer.
Okay, sir.
How you will ascertain the stability, market value, foreclosure value?
So, generally buildings in India are designed as per IS 456. As per IS 456, design life of a particular building is 50 years. So, I will just ask them what type of... on which year the building was constructed is the first criteria, and then what in person we have to visit the building and we have to see that if there is any what is the current situation of the building. For instance,
how you will assess the age of the building and the stability of the building?
Sir, in some sites there might be a huge rainfall and that dampness can affect the building in a huge way. But in some sites like in Erode there is not much rainfall. So the durability won't be affected when as compared to the ones which is in a damper area. So that is one criteria to be considered. And there
what
are
is the
tests.
RERA Act?
Sir, I have studied about RERA Act, but I can't remember.
No issue. Recently, government of Tamil Nadu entrusted the work to the IIT engineers to take the stability of the construction.
Yes, sir.
And they said the usage of binding cement is not up to the mark.
Yes, sir.
So we are not having cement. So what is the alternative material available?
Sir, recently we have been trying to replace cement using a lot of other alternatives, sir. The first important thing, the widely used thing is fly ash. Fly ash is something which is waste, which is generated from iron industries or thermal power plant. After they burn the coal, they will get fly ash, and this fly ash they don't know how to dispose it, and we are using it as a replacement because that fly ash has similar properties to that of cement.
Very good. Now all these things are about your education.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the bank.
Okay, sir.
Now we'll come to the bank. Okay. You want to join in the bank.
Okay, sir.
So you must have some knowledge like this.
Okay, sir.
So tell me the functions of RRB, Regional Rural Bank functions.
Sir,
What the RRB is doing?
sir, in my opinion, RRBs are banks that are operating in a rural area. They are giving out loans to agricultural sector.
Okay. What are loans to agricultural sector?
What kind of loans to agricultural sector? Sir, the one thing
Your
that,
father is a BDO
yes, sir.
and he is giving PMRY certificates and he is giving DIG certificates. He is giving IRDP certificates.
Sir, actually, I'm not aware of that, sir. Today, even I have spoken with him regarding his work, and he's mainly focusing on Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme.
Okay.
And
rural employment guarantee, how many days as of now?
so as of now, a person should be guaranteed 100 days of work, and per day salary, I think it is around 250 rupees, sir. I'm not sure.
Okay. Now the government is switching over from 100 days to 150 days with effect from?
Sir, I'm not aware of it. So
Right.
sorry, sir.
Baba, your father is a block development officer?
Sir, I should have been.
You have to learn from
Okay.
everything.
What are all agricultural sector loans and advances? BDO is situated in rural area.
Yes, sir.
There,
He is the authority for rural people.
Okay, sir.
tell me the loans and advances.
Sir, I would like to know, sir, but I really.
Don't worry. Okay. What is PMJDY?
PMJDY stands for Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana.
Okay.
It is
What is Sukanya Samruddhi scheme?
Sukanya Samriddhi scheme is a measure brought by the central government. The
For the
main aim of this scheme is to save money for the girl child in the home.
At what age? What is the minimum and the maximum age to open the account?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it.
Okay. Okay. What do you mean by sericulture?
So,
What is white revolution?
So white revolution in the past, there was a huge demand for milk, and even from our own country, we imported milk from other countries. So to
Who
avoid
is the
this,
father of white revolution?
so he's a Korean Burgess, and he's an alumni of my college.
We can say Dr. Varghese.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He is from Gujarat.
Okay.
He started an union. What is that name?
Sir,
What is the brand name?
Amul, sir.
Very good. Right. Okay. What is blue revolution?
So blue revolutions is something I see a lot in the recent days because the Indian government has a lot of there is a lot of potential in the Indian seas.
Can I harvest 365 days fish on the sea?
So
Can I catch fish in the sea all the 365 days?
no, sir. I'm sure it is no, because in newspapers I read.
Why?
Because you should leave some time for the aquatic population to recover itself. So the government is doing something regarding this matter. So they will restrict the fishermen once in a while. And there's also another factor of season and climate. And we also see a lot of cyclones forming in Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. That is also a factor to be considered.
What is a floriculture?
So in my opinion, I think it's regarding flowers.
Very good. Flowers. Horticulture, vegetable and fruits.
Okay, sir. Sericulture, you earlier asked, is it earthworms, sir?
Yeah, not earthworms.
Oh, sir. Is it
For marriages, ladies, what saree they will wear?
silk, sir?
It related to sericulture, related to silk saree. What is that? How silk saree is prepared?
So from the cocoons of silkworms.
That is
Okay, sir.
sericulture is nothing but a silkworm.
Okay, sir.
Very good, very good. Where is silk board is situated?
Silk?
Board,
It's not, no, sir. I don't.
Karnataka,
Okay, sir.
Bangalore.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
I knew something new.
no problem. From which place you are coming?
I'm from Gobichittipalayam, sir.
Sure.
Municipality in Erode district.
Very good. What is the famous of Gobichittipalayam?
Sir, in Gobichittipalayam, first of all, is a peaceful place. And let me start from the history. And historically, if you see, it was ruled by, in Tamil, they would say Kadayelu Vadalgal, and one among them was Pari. And in memory of him, there is also still a town named Pariyur. And every year, Pariyur festival is celebrated in the month of January, before Pongal. And that is one of the things. And later it was the name Gobichittipalayam. It comes from
Okay,
from
you are a
Vijayanagar.
branch manager of RRB,
Okay,
specialist officer.
Okay, sir.
I am requesting you, I want to open a branch.
Okay, sir.
But I want potential. I cannot open a branch and sit idle.
Okay, sir.
How I know the potential? Yes, if I open a branch at Gobichittipalayam or Chettipalayam or Gobi, I'll get good business. I'll get good agricultural business. How I will ascertain the customer base?
Sir, as a common man, I would see the need, whether there is a need for a certain business.
Okay.
So the need for money, or there is let's say there is a lot of people demanding loans, but there are only limited amount of banks to issue them. So if such a situation is there, then opening a branch would be profitable for the firm.
Okay, why there must be a bank? To extend financial assistance.
Yes, sir.
So RRB is exclusively for agricultural purpose.
Okay, sir. So if there is a need for agricultural loans, and I believe that
we can do good business. Okay. What are all agricultural loans? Already I asked. Now I given an example. In addition to crop loan, what are all other agricultural advances? Okay, I want to develop a poultry.
Okay, sir.
Is it agricultural or?
Sir, last time I read that agriculture is a broader term. It encompasses not only the crops but also the cattle and poultry.
Very good. Cattle means?
Cattle is also a broader term. It encompasses cows.
Okay. I am giving loan to the cattle.
Okay, sir.
How he will repay?
So using the cattle, he's going to produce milk.
That is called a milch animal. It is not a cattle.
Okay, sir.
Cattle is a general name.
Oh, okay, sir.
For bank of finance, only for milch animal, we are extending loans and advances.
Okay.
By selling the milk, he will survive and he will repay the loan. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Very good. Yes. Any questions, sir?
So, actually, I have not introduced myself properly. After completing my bachelor's degree, I started to prepare for UPSC engineering services. So for 2 years I prepared engineering services, but unfortunately I couldn't clear it. So I took another 2 years by doing masters in the mainstream, and I also want to financially support myself. So another 2 years I did my master's degree. When I came out, it was COVID time. So, and during the COVID, there was a situation in my family that my father is about to retire in 2 years. So within that I have to get into a job. So for that field, within a limited amount of time, I don't see myself clearing civil engineering government side exams. So I determined my strengths, and my strengths involve I'm really good in maths, and I'm really good in maths, and so I started to prepare for banking examinations. So is this reason
Sure, no problem. You are good in maths, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, yeah.
I got national second in abacus, sir.
Huh?
Actually, that is the reason for me learning maths. I do calculations quickly.
Very good, very good. What project you have done your PG?
So, in my postgraduate, I took 4 or 5 projects which are being implemented by the State Rural Development Department. Those projects, generally, if you see the private mindset, they will be try to be more efficient. But in ground reality, while constructing, if 10 laborers are coming to a site, the site engineer will have to give all the 10 people some job. So there is obvious there is less efficiency in the reality. So I studied this 2 cases. In the first case,
Okay, structural stability.
yes sir.
Who has to certify? Can a civil engineer certify?
So there is certain demarcations for some up to certain stories. Some B civil engineering is enough, but beyond that, ME structure is necessary.
Okay, structural with a pillar.
Okay, sir.
Who has to certify? Structure with a pillar.
Okay,
Who
sir.
has to certify? There is a specific circular on that.
So there was a recent
Because you are
incident in
MD.
Chennai.
Ah.
Actually, a building was demolished because of the poor construction.
Yes.
And
Mugalivakam.
Mugalivakam. So I think that for the soil situation was also bad. So for high historic building in limited area, first the geotechnical engineer should certify that this kind of foundation is sufficient for this building.
Good. So the certificate is a must as of now.
Yes, sir.
In future, unless and otherwise, completion certificate is given by the certified structural engineer. No power supply, no EV connection. That is the latest. Similarly, if there is a delay, the RERA will order compensation to the owners. Yes.
Okay, sir.
But this government schemes is concerned. For girl child, there is a scheme
Okay, sir.
called Sukanya Samruddhi scheme. For Sukanya Samruddhi scheme, up to age of 10, we can open the account.
Okay, sir.
After 10, we can't.
Okay, sir.
Thereupon, at the age of 18, first withdrawal is permitted for the purpose of education.
Okay, sir.
Second withdrawal and close of account is permitted only after 21 years for the purpose of marriage and other things. So, with regard to sericulture, it is silk warps.
Okay, sir.
And white revolution, milk. Blue revolution, seafoods. These things. So we cannot harvest 365 days. We have to give breeding period.
Okay, sir.
Breeding period for the fish. So 65 days, now it has brought down to 45 days. 45 days we are giving it. And we cannot catch the fish with nylon thread.
Thread. Yes.
Similarly, we should not use plastic. Why?
Plastic.
It will spoil the earth. It will spoil the earth. So therefore, for that purpose only, the government of India has been banned the.
Okay, sir.
Yes, excellent. And your father is a BDO. You have to acquaint. You have to know what is his duties.
Okay.
Same thing is for agriculture.
Okay, sir.
He
I'll
is-
definitely learn, sir.
Father is your strength for his RRB.
Okay, sir.
Don't leave it.
Okay, sir. Definitely, sir. Actually, I'm really a curious person.
Today-
Today I learned a lot from
Discuss
you.
with him.
Okay, sir.
Since you are going to the rural area, na,
Yes, sir.
you know A to Z about rural.
Okay, sir.
What are the schemes available through government, state government, central government, everything. you can learn.
All subsidized schemes will be routed through BDO.
Video only.
Okay, sir.
With the BDO, there is a project officer
Okay,
in
sir.
the BDO office. Similarly, veterinary doctor also will be there at a BDO office. These people are useful to the banks.
Okay, sir.
So they know the schemes and systems and procedure. And for every milch animal, yes, this animal have been financed by the bank. How we will identify? We will put some tag, number
Okay,
tag,
sir.
supplied by the insurance company.
Okay, sir.
If there is a mortality, if the animal dies, we can submit this tag and we can get the claim from the insurance company.
Okay,
So
sir.
all these things is useful to you through your
Father.
Yes.
Anyhow, the back PDO, no one can get any government sponsor schemes in rural area, particularly.
So banks
He
were
is the-
very helpful.
He is the head of the rural area.
I am the person from the BDO family.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.